ladies and gentlemen.
So let's talk measures of center. So there are three different ways to find the middle or the center of a data set. The first way we're going to talk about is called the arithmetic mean. You also may have heard of this as just the average, which is where you add up all of the numbers and then divide by the number of numbers you added. So let's try one out. What is the mean of the following data set? 44, 36, 70, 99, and 76. So the first thing that we're going to do is we're going to add up all of these numbers, but we're going to do so strategically. Because we're trying not to use a calculator here, we're going to group the numbers up so that we get some nice sums. So 44 and 36, 4 and 6 are going to add nicely. So I'm going to go ahead and put those together. So 44 plus 36. And then 76 and 99 are going to add a little nicely too. And then we'll just have that 70 on the end. And we're going to divide all of this by 5. So 44 and 36, 4 and 6 make 10. 40 plus 30 is 70 plus 10 is 80. 99 plus 76, if we borrow 1 from the 76 and give it to the 99, we get 175 when we add them together, plus 70 all over 5. So 8 plus 17 would be 25. 25 plus 7 would be a 32. So we have 325 all over 5. So now we have 325 all over 5. Let's actually, reduce this down. How many 5s go into 300? Well, 25s go into a single hundred, so 20 times 3 would be 60. And then 25 divided by 5 is 5. So we have 65 as our arithmetic mean or our average of this data set. And we can see that 65 is in the middle here. It is between the lowest numbers and the largest numbers, so makes sense that we got something there. If we got something below 44 or larger than 99, we'd know it didn't make sense, so we probably need to double check our math. The second way that we can calculate the middle of a data set is the median, which is literally the middle number listed, with a caveat that we are listing these numbers in order from least to greatest. So we have to reorder our data set before we find the median. So if we look at this data set here, we have 4, 2, 6, 9, 15, 3, 12, and 2. We're going to list them all. The lowest number I see is 2, so we have a 2. We have another 2. Then we have a 3. Then we have a 4. Then we have a 6. Then we have a 9. Then we have a 12. And then finally the 15. Now that we have our list here, we are going to scratch off one from the left, one from the right until we meet into the middle. So 2 gets paired with 15. This 2 gets paired with the 12. 3 gets paired with 9. And then 4 and 6 are the middle. If you end up with one number left over, if you have an odd set, then the actual number left over would be your median. But if you have 2 numbers left over, if you have an even number of numbers like the set we have here, you find the mean of those 2 numbers. 4 plus 6 divided by 2. 4 plus 6 is 10, divided by 2 is 5. So the median here is 5. It's not the mean of all of the numbers, that's just the mean. It is the middle. So if you have 2 numbers in the middle, then you have to find the exact middle of those using their mean. So not too bad. Honestly, a lot more simple. Just have to do a lot more writing sometimes, especially if you have a longer list. The last middle we'll talk about is the mode. the mode is the number that occurs most often. Now, if no numbers repeat, or if all of the numbers repeat the same number of times, there is no mode. But if multiple numbers repeat the same number of times, and that's the most, then there is the possibility of having more than one mode. I know it's a little strange, but just think of it the most repeated number, or numbers if there's multiple. So if we look at this data set here, I'm seeing 1, 2, 3 threes, and I see that no other numbers repeat. So that tells me that the mode is 3. That looks like model. The mode is 3. So not bad there, not bad at all. Kind of went from most extreme to the least extreme. So let's look at a problem that combines all three. So, question 4, the average temperatures for a city over a 6-day period are 72, 75, 86, 75, 75, and 79. If the 7th day of the week has an unusually high temperature of 92, which measures will be affected? Well, first and foremost, the mode is the one that repeats the most often, which in this case would be 75, which occurs 3 times. So the mode is not being changed here. Adding a 92 that doesn't repeat anywhere else is not going to change that. Now, adding something this extreme will change the mean. If we are adding a number that is anything other than the current mean of these numbers here, it is going to either increase the mean if it's a larger than the current mean, or decrease the mean if it's lower than the current mean, which we could calculate, but I think that hopefully makes sense. The median could possibly change. So let's try that out. If we write these in order, we have 72, 75, 75, 75, then we have 79, and then 86. That's the 6 numbers from before, and then we're adding this 92 on there. Before, if I ignore the 92, if I scratch that out for now, I have the middle would be 75, right? But if we unscratch out and we include the 92 and we follow that same process again, we can see that we still get 75. So the median does stay the same. It is only the mean that will change, and that average will increase because we have a number larger than the original mean. So hopefully that makes sense. If we have any questions, please let me know. Otherwise, I look forward to seeing you in the next video.